This is day 5 of a year facing fear, and today was not a big one, but it was something that I'd been putting off for quite a few months, and it was just sending an email. Have you ever had that you have something that will literally take you 30 seconds, and you put it off and you put it off, and you become so busy with everything else, that sympathetic nervous system procrastination, where you are busy, busy, busy doing a million other things except for the one thing that you know that you should be doing to advance your career or to help your relationships or whatever it is. And so for me, that was my experience. So last year I worked as a trainer at one of the universities here in Melbourne. It was part of their executive program, and it was amazing. We had an amazing 4 days. And I sent through a proposal for this year for different types of workshops that we would do. And then in December was our last conversation, and then I didn't follow up. And I found myself thinking about following up. I won't say every day, but a lot. But the feelings that came up were that fear of failure, that fear of judgment, that fear of them saying no. And really it made no rational sense, because they'd said in the previous email, yay, look, we look forward to collaborating in 2024. They gave me an amazing testimonial, such beautiful people. And yet I had this internal narrative going on that made absolutely no sense, but that was coming from a feeling of not being good enough and really being an imposter. Particularly some of the content that I was delivering related back to the love destination, and because it had stopped streaming at the end of June last year, I felt like a fraud. And so isn't it funny how much of our skills and experience we can actually diminish and start telling ourselves these stories that because this has happened in your life, you're not worthy. Maybe it's because maybe you've had a bad relationship, and then all of a sudden you paint this story of yourself as somebody who can't communicate, or somebody who can't find somebody who's right for you. And so for me, it was, I'd painted this, told myself this story almost as if I was about to be rejected, which made absolutely no sense. Rather than thinking about it, I sat at my computer, and often what happens is I can try and be a little bit perfect, and I want things to be just so, and I'll check and double check things 1,000 times, because that is part of a threat response. When we're perfect, if we're perfect, then we can't be judged, then we won't get rejected. And also, if we're perfect, we will never get to that point where we actually do that thing. And so part of me during this experience is actually learning to let go of trying to be perfect as a response to not feeling worthy and being scared of failing. And being scared that things won't work out. So I sent that email, and I didn't even think about it. It was just a quick, hey, how you going? Just following up. Was there any feedback? Do you have any dates in mind? Bang, sent. And I felt so much relief. So much relief. This is the thing. And what's really interesting for me is, and I don't know if you can relate in any areas of your life where you find yourself avoiding the thing that you know you need to do, but aren't doing because you're scared of getting rejected, scared of getting judged, scared of failing, whatever it may be. And instead of doing that thing, you're busy with everything else. So there's that sympathetic nervous system procrastination. And this is something that I do a lot of. So I will live my life, and I think I said this in day 1, being busy, 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 literally doing a million things, constantly taking on more and more and more and more, but avoiding the things that will actually make a difference sometimes to my life or to my career, and not doing those tiny little things that would literally take 30 seconds, but then I'm convincing myself that I'm busy and I'm too busy to do it, and it's okay, I'll get to it, but I'm too busy. And the truth is, I am too busy, but I'm too busy because I'm trying to avoid I'm procrastinating by being busy as a threat response because I am scared. And so for me, part of this challenge is actually facing those. Being busy, doing a million things except for the things that you know will make a difference to your life, to my life, is like driving your car with your handbrake on. You can see what you want at the end of the road. It's there, you've got your destination, but you've put your handbrake on. That's that sympathetic nervous system procrastination, all the busyness. And you can push your foot down on that accelerator till your wheels are spinning and there's fire coming out. And that's the emotional dysregulation where you're getting pissed off and annoyed and angry and irritated because you know deep down you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing and you're tired and you're exhausted. And literally, like that car whose wheels are constantly because you've got your accelerating going down as hard as you can, but your handbrake is on, those tires are burning down to nothing. The rubber is gone. Just like when we are so busy that we don't have a second to ourselves because we're trying to avoid what we're scared of. We're tired, we're irritable, we're friggin' exhausted because we have nothing left to give. Our tires are burnt out, the rubber is gone. I'm going to do the things that scare me instead of filling my life up with stuff so that I don't have to think about and feel the things that scare me. So what are you avoiding? Am I the only one here that actually is putting off stuff? Do you have stuff that you're actually putting off as well? I would love to know. If you want to share in in the comments below, what is it that you're putting off? What is it that you need to do that you haven't done? Have you seen this type of busy, that procrastination in your own life? If you want to follow along, you can join the Facebook group, A Year Facing Fear, let's do it. So much better when we're part of a community. I want to say thank you so much for your amazing comments and your support. You've made this so much easier. It's not easy still, but you've made this so much easier. And I want to remind you that you have got this, that I believe in you, that feeling fear and feeling like you're not going to be able to do it and you're going to fail, that's just part of being human. It's our protection mechanism. But just because that physiological response comes up doesn't mean that you can't do it. You have absolutely got this. And until next time,